Hi there, it's Ina here and welcome to my art room. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and please click the bell icon to receive notifications of all my regular uploads. I was reorganizing and came across these old duct tape wallets. Now this is a craft I really enjoyed many years ago. In the beginning I started with one color tape, and towards the end of my duct tape adventure I was able to buy designer tape. Nowadays you can find all kinds of great designs. You can even find sheets of duct tape, which of course will make creating these type of wallets way easier. Now, this video won't be a tutorial on how to make these, but I will show you another very clever type of wallet. Because for duct tape wallets, there are already 75,000 tutorials available on YouTube. Many are done by very clever kids. But I do want to give you a bit of a closer look at these, just for fun and just in case this is new for you. Now this is a trifold wallet. It has a see-through pocket for your ID. It has a billfold right here in the middle and several pockets, two on this side and one from the other side. It also has several pockets for credit cards, driver's license in the side flaps, and of course all the decoration and the detailing is made from duct tape. And duct tape is a very fun material to work with. It's a very clean craft. There is no paint or glue involved. And it is really fun to make. It is a very creative craft because there is no end of designs you can try out in these type of wallets, bags, and whatever else you might want to make out of duct tape. Here again, a different design. We have again the ID slot, a slot for a credit card. We have two big pockets which can hold a lot of things, a big billfold, and within the billfold are two more card slots. Again, this design is completely different. You can make them more geared to men or women, like this one. Here I have again the ID slot, of course, and the plastic is just a see-through piece taken from some recycled materials. Two billfolds on this one and plenty of slots for credit cards. It also has a little coin pocket. Now, as soon as I'm done with this little overview here, I want to introduce a different kind of wallet to you, because together with these I also found one of my old Tyvek wallets. Now, this design was not invented by me, but it's a very common design people use to make wallets from Tyvek. Now, Tyvek is super strong, so these wallets are even thinner than the duct tape wallets, but will probably last even longer, and they're very easy to do and quick, like you see here. I'm using just a piece of photocopy paper just to make a first copy, and two cuts, a little bit of folding, and your wallet is done. It has room for credit cards and bills. Now, no worries, this is not my tutorial. This was just a quick little piece to show you where I'm going with this. I went ahead and cut a piece from a recycled envelope, and I made it an inch bigger on two sides, just because it gives a little more room in the wallet, which I prefer. I also added some gesso just to mark out some of the prints on the envelope. Now, you can find Tyvek in clothing, you can find it in materials I use in building sites, of course in old envelopes. You can also order brand new sheets of Tyvek or envelopes. They even come in different colors. All right, now I am just creating a very simple background. I use metallic acrylic paints, and I definitely recommend to use permanent mediums for this kind of project. I also prefer to use either enamel or metallic acrylic paints that just keep it more shiny and are nicer to the touch. Next, I'm adding some color. I'm using again metallic paints, this time in pink and in purple. I will also add some splatter in teal. Right now I'm using a dauber just to bring a little interest into the background, but I will keep this whole wallet very simple. But of course the option of highly detailing these is there. You can make it have a theme, you can make it very much boyish or girlish or whatever you might like. Now everything is dry and I can start folding. So I fold it in half, then I fold both edges towards the middle line, and then the middle line folds over, and then I fold it again in half, which gives it a center line. Now right above the center line on the inside, I want to create the pocket for cards. Now I opted to use oval here, but you can definitely make a circle using just a bottle top. Now make sure you reopen it and then cut it out with your scissor, because you only want to cut through one layer. And folding it in half like this makes it way easier to cut out whichever shape you prefer. It could be a circle, it could be an oval, but I would keep it with round edges because it does make it more sturdy. And now we do small seam folds on the edges. I just eyeball this, then it gets two little cuts right on the middle line there. And now the top flaps can go ahead and get glued down. And although the Tyvek looks a bit stubborn here, it will stick very well as soon as the glue takes hold. So my two top flaps are glued down. Now because I'm using an envelope and it has a print on the inside as well, I don't want it visible through my card hole. So I'm adding a little bit of gesso and then some metallic paint. Now you can absolutely skip this part, either because you don't mind the print or because you have a brand new piece of Tyvek and it doesn't need this treatment. As soon as this is dry, I want to distress the edges of the oval a little bit. I use my Pitt Big Brush marker because these are permanent as well as soon as they're dry. I will also distress the edges later on, but the oval is easier to do before I glue my wallet together. So now some glue for the other tabs. Now these I glue down flat, as those will tuck into the little hole I was able to create between both folds. As you can see here, it creates actually two extra pockets, one on each end. Now as soon as I'm done gluing, I will use my bone folder and make sure all the folds are really pressed down well. And my wallet is nearly done. You can absolutely make these wallets without any paint, just with the Tyvek, and it will look really cool as well. But I want to add a little more distressing just on the edges, and then I will also go ahead and do just a little bit of stamping using my archival ink. And I pick a script stamp, just a little bit here and there. And then I will also use a very simple flower stamp. At this point, you can definitely do more decorating. You could do some stenciling, you could add some decals, some stickers, whatever you might like. I find it easier to first just paint the backgrounds and do the details after the wallet is glued together and in its final shape, because then you can see way better where your images go. So here is my completed wallet, and if you keep the decorating part short, you can definitely make one of these in 5 minutes. Now Tyvek wallets are rather popular because they're very thin but extremely durable, and so you can find these ready-made. You can buy them from different companies who make them commercially, but their design is not much different to this and they're rather costly. So I think this is a nice alternative. So let me fill it up for you. Now I especially made this little paper copy to show you what they look like. when they are smaller, when you use the 8.5 by 11 measurement. It fits perfectly for American currency, but if you live in a different country, it might get a little tight. And also the pockets here, they hold easily 2, maybe 3 credit cards on each side, but that's about it, otherwise it will not close. Now the bigger version here has a lot more room, and I like it a lot better. The money fits very well and has extra room should you be carrying foreign currency. Then here on the inside, the pockets are also way larger and you can really fill these up, no problem. I will put a few extras in just to show you what I mean. Because this part here is big enough for it to still close perfectly. Now the Tyvek has the possibility of stretching, so you can really pack a lot of things into these thin wallets. And you saw that I left 2 pockets on each side, and they are great if you want to store some of your business cards or any other items which do not need to go into the inside. And again, it closes perfectly. Now if you don't like these pockets, you can absolutely glue them shut just as well. Alright, and I think that was pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little project. I know it's a little different than what I usually make, but it was just an idea of the moment and I enjoyed working on it, and I hope you enjoyed watching me do so. See you really soon again. Bye bye for now.